Hey movie junkies, welcome back to Twin Flicks, where we always here celebrating the magic of movies and most importantly physical media with you. Now if you haven't yet already, check out my review for Training Day on 4K and Blu-ray. There is a really interesting color grading changes here. So if you haven't checked it out, the link will be at the end of this video. And also check out my Young Sherlock Holmes Blu-ray versus DVD review, because there is a lot to say about this Blu-ray. But today we are talking about a movie that was sent to me last week, and that is MVD's Rewind collection of The Last American Virgin. This is part of their Rewind collection. First of all, let's zoom in here and take a look at this artwork. I love all the Rewind collections artwork. They always do a nice job at providing a VHS cover, like back in the day when we would see it in the video store. You have the genre up there. Please Be Kind Rewind. It says here, must be 18 to rent. And what I really like about it is that they go the extra mile and actually put some wear and tear on the cover, on the slip cover. It's pretty cool. And they also always include a mini fold-out poster, which is always nice to have. Just a really neat little addition there to their releases. This is number 47. And so yeah, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the movie, give my thoughts on the movie, and then my thoughts on the quality of this Blu-ray. Now, Last American Virgin is an early 80s sex rom-comedy about high schoolers out to lose their virginity any way they can. Now, The Last American Virgin is a very entertaining movie full of what the 80s was all about. The music from Blondie, The Police, U2, The Cars, Human League, just to name a few that filled the movie's 80s soundtrack. It was also not just a comedy, but also showed, it really showed the true life consequences of their choices that they made. It's a fun and also heartfelt movie with an excellent cast who gives some great performances. And director Boaz Davison, who also wrote the film, does an excellent job at blending all these elements together into really a heartfelt, funny teenage romp that only the 80s could do. That old saying, they don't make them like they used to, holds true with The Last American Virgin. I'm giving The Last American Virgin, the movie, a 3.5 out of a 5. If you haven't seen it before, I say definitely check this one out. It's jam-packed full of 80s nostalgia, and it's just a lot of fun. Now, as far as the Blu-ray goes, now MVD Rewind collections can be hit and miss. And I believe The Last American Virgin has received a couple Blu-ray releases in the past, with Arrow Video releasing it in the UK back in 2013, and here in the States, Olive had a Blu-ray release in 2015. Now, I don't own either one of those releases. However, what I can tell you is that MVD has given this a new MPEG-4 AVC encoding transfer that honestly looks pretty damn good and has a nice clean-up job to it. Some of the colors pop with primaries such as reds, yellows, blues, and greens. Pop look fresh and lush and bold. And the 80s clothes, the neon lighting are all handled very well that I was overall happy with. Black levels and shadows, even in the darkest scenes, are nicely defined and truer black. And I didn't notice any crushing or edge enhancements. I did notice that detail and texturals are sharp, without any manipulative sharpness to them. There are some fine lines in the image, and objects in the foreground and background are pretty clearly visible throughout the movie. The only issue I found, and this is just a very slight complaint, is that the grain structure can look clumpy or muddy in darker scenes, and I saw a couple of scratches and debris that show up from time to time on the image. But this could more likely be due to the inheritedness of the old film negative. Overall, this is a great looking transfer that I was very happy with. Now, as for the audio, which is stacked with a soundtrack, and so the audio plays an integral role in the movie to the point it's really a character itself. And I'm very happy to report that the DTS Lossless HD stereo track gets the job done. The 80s pop tracks sound clear with some nice dynamic range filling the stereo soundscape. Dialogue for the most part sounds clear and crisp. However, I did notice a few instances of balance issues where sometimes the music or sound effects can touch on or drown out some of the dialogue here and there. But honestly, to me, it sounds more like inherited issues from the audio source than a bad transfer. This is a very decent sounding stereo track that makes a perfect companion to the video. Alright, so I'm giving The Last American Virgin, the video, I'm giving it a 4 out of a 5, and the audio a 4.5 out of a 5. This is a great looking Blu-ray, great sounding Blu-ray, and definitely one to have in your collection. Alright guys, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me and reviewing The Last American Virgin. It is available now everywhere you buy your physical media from, mvdshop.com, Amazon, Best Buy, wherever you go. Pick this up. It's a fun movie to watch, and if you haven't seen it before, you're going to enjoy it, along with a nice looking video and audio presentation. It's worth picking up. As always guys, keep physical media alive, and I'll see you next time.